What's up, everybody? Welcome to Squad Chat episode 6. This is going by fast.
It is.
I'm Trexel, joined by Parker.
Hi.
And Jack.
Hi.
As you guys know, today is COD week, and there's a lot to talk about. But before we get to that, we have some other stuff that we got to go through.
We do.
Parker, take it away.
So first of all, not to harp on the Blizzard train again after last week's podcast, but Diablo 4 was, for all intents and purposes, it was leaked this week, confirmed. We thought it would be at BlizzCon, but an art book listing on a website for like a Diablo art book has confirmed that Diablo 4 is inside the art book, and surprise ruined there. So expect to see that at BlizzCon. Overwatch 2 is less rumor and more expected as well. So that's just your quick little cute little Blizzard update of the week.
So I heard it was leaked from a German magazine.
Yes.
How credible do you think that is?
I think it's probably pretty darn, because every news outlet picked it up immediately. I don't feel like every news outlet in gaming that I usually pay attention to would jump on it. I don't know. I feel like games journalism is dodgy, but I don't think it's that dodgy. I believe what I read.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I guess you have some Fortnite news.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. If we want to get into that, also, these
Let's go through it.
These are very quick. So Fortnite has been under a little bit. I don't mean like it's been under fire, but it was under a little bit of fire.
Okay, wait. For the people at home, when I made our Lord and Savior Fortnite joke, and Parker went, "Oh God." Hey Parker, what have you been playing lately?
Yeah, Parker, please tell us all what you've been playing.
So all I've been playing this week is all I've been playing is Fortnite. I can't stop playing it. It's a sickness because, and I'm only gonna say it for 2 seconds. This is the whole podcast, I feel like, but Chapter 2, Season 1 has us starting over completely. It feels like when I tried to play Fortnite last chapter, back in Season 7 and 8, it felt like just a game that I missed the boat on. And every cracked out 10-year-old in the world was better than I was, and that was frustrating. But now it feels like we're back to square one. Everybody's on a clean slate, and also I like the Blob guy skin, so I'm working on the battle pass trying to get to him. So
what's new about Chapter 2?
That's a whole podcast.
That's a podcast. But just very quickly, boats, fishing, and no launch pads. And they took the Deagle out. But it's basically just a fresh start.
I have never really played Fortnite. Those words mean nothing to me.
And they probably
I have no idea what you just said to me.
Well, we should do a whole video where we play Fortnite together. That would be fun.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, no, anyway, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, but the problem with Fortnite right now, or the problem that people have had with it this week since the season launch, is that you need about 80,000 experience points to go up a level in the battle pass. You need about 8 million experience points to get to level 100, and you were only getting about
Masaka.
every achievement was 14,000, so it wasn't even one tick on the XP bar. It was this whole thing. You could barely get a level a day. You'd have to play 15 to 20 matches depending on your performance per day of Fortnite. So that's hours. They said it was going to be a 300-hour grind to get to level 100.
Wow.
Which is an insane amount of Fortnite to play in 60 days.
That's a lot of Fortnite.
Yeah. So they've fixed that with their most recent patch, and now you get XP like crazy. So expect to level up a lot faster now if you're playing Fortnite. That's all I got.
That's me, Mr. I always play Fortnite.
Yeah, and then kind of to top off the quick segment, Outer Worlds has been getting its review scores in, and they all seem pretty good so far.
Yeah. I mean, it's Obsidian.
The cool thing about it is Microsoft actually bought Obsidian, so technically it's a Microsoft game at this point. It'll be on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, check it out. You already have it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Enjoy the game you have.
It's also out on PlayStation, which is weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's out on...
But not weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's Microsoft owns them, but Microsoft doesn't care anymore about the proprietary stuff, it seems like. Aside from Game Pass, or they're specific hardware. They just kind of want everybody to play every game. So
Yeah.
it's a cool move.
Kind of like that.
They're setting up their, like we talked about it before in the next gen podcast, but they're really setting up their player base to be very, very happy next gen. It's pretty
Which is
cool.
smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
I think Microsoft's becoming more of a publisher than a game studio, but
That's a
that could be just me. Anyways, on to the big boy.
no. That's a cool thought
think
to
I
leave
stunned
that on.
Parker with
No,
that.
that was. I mean, like it. That's not necessarily where I want them to go. I feel like they're getting closer to that. It's like Sega, man. You know.
I think this game
Yeah.
was just in development before they had the plan sealed to buy them.
Yeah,
and
that's-
it just so happened that it was going out on PlayStation anyways. So
That sounds
we'll
more
see
accurate.
if Outer Worlds 2 is a Microsoft exclusive. It might be. Tackling the big boy, the big purple elephant in the room. Call of Duty comes out this Thursday for us Americans, Friday for the other side of the world.
This Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday at 6 for you, Trex. 9 for us, Jack, because we are East
Yep.
Coast.
Yeah. So
Time to buy as much Mountain Dew as I can and stock up
Get
on
that
those
double
gamer
XP.
Yeah,
snacks.
well, actually, okay, speaking of double XP, very quickly before we dive into more stuff, if you
Go ahead.
buy a physical copy of the game for PS4 or for Xbox One at Walmart, this is not an ad, this is not sponsored, but you do get double
by
XP. So that's a thing. If you're looking for a place to buy your physical copy, make it Walmart. Not a
yeah,
sponsor.
so this is looking to be kind of the defining Call of Duty of this generation.
Yeah.
Where they're just knocking down as many walls as they can. It's going to be the first Call of Duty, almost even the first AAA game that I can remember that's going to be fully crossplay.
Fortnite.
That's not AAA.
I'm just messing around.
Parker really loves Fortnite.
This is a
now.
Fortnite podcast now. I'm just kidding. Keep going.
We'd be
But,
a Deathly Premonition podcast way before we'd ever become a Fortnite
God.
podcast. Let's fucking get real here.
Keep going, Trix.
So I'm pulling this from PC Gamer. First of all, crossplay is completely opt-in. If you enable it, you'll need to link a Call of Duty account to form a platform agnostic friends list. So you're gonna have a separate friends list from your Xbox friends list, your PlayStation friends list, or your Battle.net friends list. It's gonna be the Activision friends list, and it's not unlike the Epic friends list in Fortnite. So I guess you kind of had to do the same if you wanted to play Fortnite crossplay. So it's kind of already a standard.
Yeah.
Crossplay is supported in all multiplayer modes except ranked and competitive tournaments. What do you guys think?
Except ranked?
Yeah.
I get.
I hate
competitive.
almost everything that you just said. Like,
Wait,
I hate the fact
what?
that we have to make a new. I'm just getting tired of making accounts and having separate friends
okay.
lists on separate accounts. It's not a big deal, but I'm getting tired of it. Huh. But if you opt in and then you decide to play ranked, that's your problem, right?
I can see that. It could be I don't know if they would misword it. It's from PC Gamer, but that's how they have it laid out there. So, yeah, I do agree. If you opt in for it, you kind of know what you're signing up for.
If you're the best in the world on PS4, who cares? You know, it's like if you're the best in the world on PS4 and you play ranked and like you're the best, it doesn't matter because you're not the best in the world on PC, which is ultimately where all the competitions are going to be taking place. Yeah, you can use a controller and whatever, but like, that feels weird to me. They should just have like a global pit where like, you know, you have and I don't know how servers are set up, but I'd rather have like a global pit that's like everybody that signed up for crossplay, and then you have the 3 others for the individual thing. I don't know. What do you think, Jack?
I feel like it's more work to make all these different servers
Yeah.
instead of just one big one.
Yes.
But is it them just trying to like not fully commit to this crossplay thing? Like,
I don't think
know.
it's that. I more read it as they already know that like a console. So like if you're playing on Xbox One to PS4, there's not much difference. But if you're playing against a PC person, even if you opt into it, PC has the ability to go up to 240 something frames per second.
Yeah.
That's already an advantage. I think that they want to keep ranked and competitive like
A level playing field.
everyone's on the level playing field. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. Like that makes more sense than, like just doing it to do it.
Yeah, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's a negative, ill intent thing that they're implementing. I think they're thinking more, okay, what do you think of when it comes to competitive? Everyone's on the same playing field, and whoever comes on top from the same playing field is the victor. If you're on PC and you're fighting a PlayStation guy, your rank's probably going to go up because you have the advantage. So that isn't a true representation of where you would rank in a level playing field, pretty much.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That makes
You've changed my mind. I'm into it now. Good job, Activision.
Okay.
You're a great company.
So, kind of going along with the PC Gamer article, the game's available for preload across all consoles and PC at this point.
Yeah.
And there's been some source code leakage.
Dun dun dun.
Because someone's always going to get in there. There's a reference to Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer mode in the beta source code include a battle royale mode with the tagline eliminate everyone and survive. Infinity Ward hasn't commented on the existence of the mode in the code, but it hasn't ruled out battle royale in past interviews, which that last part of the quote is kind of wrong. They have said that they weren't interested in battle royale before, but it's in the code.
So let me grab this one real quick. Lots of things can remain dormant in the code, you know, like how many times have things been data mined from Pokemon or WoW or something, and they've just never like been like they've never come to fruition, right? Like I feel like there's probably like Activision probably has this idea of what they want a Call of Duty to be, and I bet they went to Infinity Ward at one point after Blackout became what it is, which it seems like Blackout's in an okay spot if you play Call of Duty still, but like I bet they said, hey, Infinity Ward, what about Battle Royale? And Infinity Ward was like, let's program something. See, we have it if you need it. I bet it's just like a placeholder thing to make somebody happy, and then they were like, hey, we're not doing this, here's our game, and Activision was like, we don't care. I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up, because that would be a very Activision thing to do, but it seems like Infinity Ward is kind of doing their thing for this one.
Okay.
So,
I
that's
do
my
know,
idea.
like, I've heard like a few stories of like a long time ago, like when you code a game, you put like a lamp in your game, and then you're like, fuck, I don't like this lamp, but when you delete it, it fucks up other things in the game, so you just leave the code of the lamp in there.
Yeah.
So maybe they like started to make a battle royale, and then they were like, we're not really adding anything, like no one's gonna come to our game because Fortnite already exists, so let's just like not. And then as they were taking out, like that's just like a leftover thing.
Yeah, and nothing's gonna be better than
So,
Apex.
yeah.
Like Fortnite is fun. I'm having fun with it, but Apex is definitely my favorite battle royale, I think.
Trex,
What?
I see you make a face.
Wow.
Would you like
What?
to comment on that?
When have you ever played Apex?
Dude, I played a buttload of Apex when it came out. Like, yeah, I did. I don't play it. I didn't.
When have you played it recently?
I haven't played it recently, but I've watched a lot of my friends play it. And it looks like a lot of fun. But I mean, like it was so much fun. I'm trash at it. Like I can have fun with a game and be trash, you know. Like I'm having fun with Fortnite,
that's me
but
in
I'm
every
trash.
game.
Yeah, I mean, like you know, like I played it to have fun. I'm not playing Apex every day competitively, but I still think Apex Legends is by far the superior battle royale formula. It got stale because of there's no progression and whatever, and like frankly, Fortnite doesn't have any either. Like cosmetic progression only gets you so far, and Apex's for a long time was just not any good. And I don't think that Blackout comes anywhere close to those two games. Like, so what you like Blackout, don't you?
I like Blackout more than I like PUBG, but I didn't really like PUBG, so that's like that's an anomaly.
We should have a whole like battle royale podcast where we talk about our favorites and then we fight each other virtually.
Yeah, we should have a battle royale for our battle royales.
That would be great. That would be great.
But kind of going off that, there's also been a rumor circulating from kind of a respected leaker of Call of Duty. I don't recall his Twitter handle off the top of my head, but it was going around that there is a rumor that they will add Battle Royale at the first part of 2020 as a standalone free-to-play game.
That's fine.
But it's going to be connected to Modern Warfare.
That's cool. As long as it's free and
why not?
standalone, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they should have did that for Blackout last year. Like, they should have just put that game out on its own.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, as long as that Battle Royale is free, they could just call that Call of Duty Battle Royale and just leave it, and make it its own, like, live service thing. Like, I'd be fine with that. I'd probably play that. Like, I feel betrayed by Black Ops 4. I feel betrayed by all of Black Ops 4, so I hate Blackout. But if they call this one Call of Duty Battle Royale, I don't know why, everybody wouldn't be playing that. That sounds totally fine to me. I have no problem with that. And if they put a Battle Pass, I don't like the Battle Pass thing in this Call of Duty.
We're not there yet.
I know. I'm just saying, before we get there, we're talking about Battle Royales. Battle Passes come up. I don't want to cut, like, I know you're leading this one. I don't want to cut in front of what you're thinking, but I don't have a problem with that, with the free Battle Royale mode.
What about you, Jack?
It's free.
It's free. Like, I don't like Battle Royale games. They're just not fun for me at all. So I don't really have a big opinion about it. But, like, people like Call of Duty. People love Battle Royale. I don't see why they could fuck that up. People would play it.
Yeah, I mean, Activision will find a way, but
That's yeah.
If we like close our eyes and be like, please, Activision, just this once.
Yeah. I always thought it would be cool. When they released Blackout last year, I always thought that it would become a thing where it went on its own separate thing and it just got updated every year with the new Call of Duty stuff. So like now that it's Modern Warfare, they would change the map to be Modern Warfare maps, because technically Blackout is just Black Ops maps inside of it.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that they would go there, and I'm hoping that kind of with this rumor that eventually we will kind of see that.
I love you, and I love that idea. I don't think we'll ever see that game, but that would be the perfect Call of Duty Battle Royale, because Battle Royales make their money off of FOMO. Like, we talked about this when we were playing, because you've been playing Fortnite too, Trex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we play when we were playing.
You both have.
We've both been playing. We've both been playing a little bit of
Together.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Trex, you can't clown Parker for playing Fortnite.
Okay, no, I
and
can
then you
clown
play
Parker
Fortnite
'cause
too.
I never said I didn't like.
It's
Fortnite.
true. It's true. No, but,
There we go.
But like these battle royales
Okay.
are like the best like FOMO machine of all time. Like Fortnite will like release a skin, and then if you don't get it that season, fuck you. You don't get that skin, And then you like the 9-year-olds see the person running around in the skin they missed out, and they're like, "Mom, I need this battle pass." Mom buys the $10 battle pass, and boom, that's how epic FOMO is important for these games. So if Call of Duty did what you're talking about, where like you had the blackout skins and now you can't get them, like, oh my god, that's the perfect game. That's the perfect game.
Take my money, free game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Activision, take notes. You can send a check to my address later.
Yeah, we'll put that in the description of the video.
Yeah, we'll put his address in the description.
Oh god. Okay, never mind. You can just contact the business email. But kind of leading off that point of battle royales, battle passes, they are dropping the loot box
Yeah.
in this Call of Duty.
Dun, 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 dun.
What are they replacing it with?
The battle pass. So
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Why?
let me share why. The loot box, you buy it, you don't know what you're getting. You might get something cool, you might get something bad. At least with the battle pass, you know exactly what you're paying for, when you're paying for it, and what it takes to get the thing that you need.
Yeah.
I'm kind of apprehensively waiting till the game is out and the battle pass. I think they said that the battle pass isn't going to be available as soon as the game launches.
Surprise, surprise. Their extra monetization is not available in the first month that a Call of Duty is out. Where have we seen this story before?
Okay, buddy.
Do we
You're
remember
right.
Modern Warfare Remastered? Do we remember?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Black Ops 4.
Oh, I was about to say, do you remember Black Ops 4? Do you remember Call of Duty World War II? Who could forget that?
Oh, that game was just bad at launch to begin
Well,
with,
it was
but-
bad, but it also had those like super predatory loot box mechanics where you'd buy a loot box, you'd open it, it would literally pop down in front of you, and everybody in the lobby could see you opening it with sparks and confetti. And oh my god, let's go gambling, kids! Like, it's crazy. I'm happy
That was
loot boxes
pretty
are
lit,
gone. Don't get me wrong. I miss the days of like, I don't know, season passes kind of seemed to work a little bit. I always thought that they were a little overpriced and a little stupid. But like, if you bought them after the fact, it was a really cool way to get like your DLC, I thought. But you know, I don't know. I almost miss, like, I don't know. Maybe times were just simpler when I was a stupid kid playing Call of Duty and buying $15 map packs. Like, this feels fine. I don't know. Is it just cosmetics? Do we know anything about the Battle Pass?
Yeah, so I can kind of give you the deep dive. I kind of want to ask you a question off your point about the season pass. This kind of leads into what's included with the Battle Pass and why they're doing it. The reason that they're doing a Battle Pass instead of a season pass is because since it's a crossplay game and they want everyone to be playing the same game.
Yep, that makes sense.
At the same time. The thing with map packs in the past was that Xbox used to get them first and then PlayStation got them. I don't know how PC would factor into that equation. And then as soon as you bought the map packs, you're kind of segmenting your community.
Yeah.
So you have the base game maps, which will have the largest population over the whole game's life cycle.
Right.
You have map pack 1, that'll probably have the second highest population just because it's the first map pack. Everyone wants to play the new maps.
Oh, yeah.
By the time you get to the 4th map pack, which is usually around the time where the game's starting to die down and the next Call of Duty is about to get revealed, that'll have the least population just because everyone's getting ready for the next Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So if you're the person that bought the season pass or you bought all the map packs individually, if the maps that you like towards the end of the year are actually your favorite maps, you're going to be in a queue for way longer waiting to play those maps that you want to play,
Right.
just because not everyone has them.
Right. Yeah.
So that's their justification for not doing the season pass, and then the battle pass is just a justification because they want to make more money off the game and over time.
Makes sense. I feel like I don't have a problem with, like, extra monetization with games. I want to be very clear. Like, support your devs. Like, you're gonna buy this game for I think about this, like, Mortal Kombat 10 is the perfect example, I think, right? Because that game came out and it was $60, right? And you paid $60, and then they were just, like, they kept developing the game. Like, Mortal Kombat X was like out forever. They kept adding characters and all that crap. Like, you could play the game for $60 and be fine. Or you could support the devs a little bit more and, like, give them that extra money because they're still supporting the game that you support, right? Like, I don't have a problem with that. I think that GameStop has really like screwed us with the $60 for a game model. I don't think $60 is enough for a lot of games. I don't think that Grand Theft Auto 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2 should cost us the same as, I don't know, Mario Kart, right? I think they're very different games, and I think certain games should be able to charge more. So I don't have a problem with paying artists more money to do things, right? I have a problem when it becomes predatory, like loot boxes and things like that. And it seems like season passes definitely did. Different editions of games have definitely become, like, a huge problem. I appreciate that they're definitely trying to step away from things. As long as the battle pass is cosmetic only, I'm good with whatever.
What is the difference between a battle pass and a season pass?
It's pretty much the stuff that I just said. The season pass would include maps, different maps and such. Battle pass is pretty much, I mean, if I'm going off of Fortnite's model and Apex models, because those are the only battle passes that we've really seen aside from mobile game bullshit.
Clash Royale.
Thanks, Parker. You get so you get a battle pass. The season for the battle pass lasts around 2 months. You start at level 1 in the battle pass. It goes up to level whatever. Let's just say 100 for this example. You get experience as you play the game to level up your battle pass. As you go up the battle pass, there's rewards for each level as you go up. So you're basically playing to unlock extra scrap, pretty much, instead of just paying outright.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Most battle passes, I know Fortnite for sure does this. I don't know if Apex does this. You can actually progress your battle pass with real life money. You can buy the levels in the battle pass.
Yep.
This leads into this is what leads into why I'm apprehensively awaiting their battle pass, because I want to see what the grind is to get to max level. If they make it so much so that you have to grind for so long that it just makes you want to spend money to get to the end battle pass rewards, that I would still consider that a predatory microtransaction.
And that's what I'm with you. I think that's what Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1's battle pass was until this most recent patch. I think because Epic was saying, like, hey, play our game for 300 hours and maybe you'll get this final skin. Like, of course kids are gonna, like, anybody, hey, the skins are pretty nice this season. So people would, of course, pay money to progress because, like, if they don't have to spend 250 hours playing Fortnite 16 games a day at minimum, like, and dependent on performance as well, like, Activision's gonna do that. Like, they are, and Infinity Ward will probably have little to no control over it. And I think that's the biggest problem, is that gaming has become so huge. I feel like people don't understand what a publisher is and, like, what a developer is. Like, Activision can pull some shit, and, like, Activision will mostly be in charge of whatever happens after the game is released with all these peripheral charges and things like that. That'll mostly be their call because they're publishing the game. They have to figure out how to monetize the game. That's their job, right? And Infinity Ward is a studio that is developing the game that works for Activision, right? So I feel like people will shit on Activision or Infinity Ward, and it won't be their fault. That's already happened a couple of times in the news about things that's just, I don't know. We're seeing a lot of that now. I think that line needs to be made very clear. I think Infinity Ward...
I think the simplest way to even look at it is the developer is the person making the game for the players. The publisher is the company trying to make money for the shareholders.
So if this game does have predatory charges, please don't send death threats to Infinity Ward. Don't send death threats to anybody. But if you're gonna send an angry, if you're gonna send an angry letter, send it to Activision.
Or death threats. Activision would be the destination, not Infinity Ward.
God. For the reference, police. That wasn't from me. FBI, don't open up.
Knock, knock, knock.
For legal reasons. I am joking. But all I'm saying, if you're gonna be angry at Activision. Activision would be the one where you'd write in the top or in the center of your letter.
I feel like just if you're gonna blame somebody, blame Activision should be our motto as a gaming community. That could be
just our new podcast name.
But there it is.
Oh, God.
Blame Activision.
So they've kind of detailed within the battle pass that most of the actually all the rewards will be cosmetic only. They won't have any impact on the gameplay. Any base weapons and attachments for those weapons will be earned through gameplay without having to pay. The battle pass will have a premium and a free and a through line, which is pretty typical. Destiny's another game that has a battle pass that just came to my head because of the premium and the free.
Do they really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I need to get back on that Destiny grind, though. I'm very out of the loop with that game. I feel bad. I feel like everybody
I was
in the
never
world.
in the loop.
Yeah. You're missing out.
It's time.
But Jack, what do you feel about kind of the cosmetic only, remove the loot boxes stuff?
I always hated when cosmetics were in loot boxes because I felt like I could never see when I was going to get in it, like anything. So now that I can actually see an end point of okay, if I just level up to here, I will get the skin I want. That's fucking tight.
Yeah.
And I can get behind that because it always sucks to just be I guess I'll just buy it rather than I feel like I earned it.
Yeah.
And this will be way better than just randomly getting it because I will actually feel like I earned it.
And I'm sure that they'll have the rotating shop where you can spend your COD points or whatever the fuck they call it to buy a skin outright.
Yeah.
Or a weapon camo or a $2 reticle. Looking at you, Black Ops 4. Or a red dot reticle.
Great game, Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
It's the most predatory Call of Duty game of all time. It's horrible. Don't play Black Ops 4. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop playing Black Ops 4.
Yeah, it was a thing. Kind of going off the experience gain and stuff like that. This is from Forbes. So less confident online players won't fall behind so quickly in the kind of the level grind. So this is the actual level progression, not the battle pass, but leveling up from level 1 to 56, which I believe is the cap for this
no
game.
prestige this time, right?
Yeah, there's no prestige. Instead, there's master ranks or general ranks or whatever they're calling it, which you just continue leveling up past.
To be honest, I just found out what prestige was this year. I never understood when my friends talked about dude, just prestiged.
It's pretty stupid, right?
I was I have no idea.
The worst idea ever. But kind of continuing this quote, they won't fall behind so quickly as there's a unified progression system which takes campaign, multiplayer, and co-op into account for leveling. So you could be playing campaign and leveling up your kind of player level is what I'm going to refer to it. So you'll be unlocking guns for multiplayer as well as if you play co-op, vice versa, all the way around. So no matter what you play, you're going to be leveling up.
Hype.
What do you guys think?
Dope.
I like that.
Yeah, awesome.
Because I would never play Call of Duty online by myself. Most online games I don't play by myself. But I would totally play like the campaign by myself. So like when I would end up playing with my friends, I wouldn't feel left behind. Like that's so smart.
Yeah.
To like make like the casual, like if you have like a super casual friend, like it will still be enjoyable for them.
Yeah, that's
Like,
awesome.
if you're trying to make a game, like I want it to be fun when I play with my best friends.
Yeah, they're balancing that like casual versus like competitive player thing is very important. I think lots of games seem to be going that route. We're seeing World of Warcraft do a similar thing, and not to like talk about WoW every single podcast, but like I mean, it's a powerhouse, and it's also Activision's only other moneymaker, and I feel like we talk about Activision a lot. So World of Warcraft has this thing where like if you are of a super high level and you're questing with your friend who's a super low level, the enemies and everything, you will also earn experience points now. For doing the quest with your friend, and everything will be of your level, so it'll be like you're going through it for the first time again with your friends. So because they don't want there to be that weird like, well, I'm OP, I'll just run you through it, so that the person playing for the first time doesn't get the full experience. This is very important, like bridging that gap. It sounds like this is the way to do it for COD. So we'll see. I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 also did that. That was one of their bigger updates between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3 was levels and weapons or whatever dropped at your level. I know Elder Scrolls Online, another MMO, does the same thing. You can quest with your lower level buddy and still get rewards for your level and such.
That's awesome.
So I also think it's great. And kind of to top off my part, this is from the Activision blog, so this is straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh, the horse.
These are the modes that you can expect to play on launch. So they're gonna have a 64-player ground war matches, which is 32 versus 32. It was available during the beta. It was pretty much like Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually
Yeah,
play it.
vehicles and all that.
I've been very looking forward to it because I've heard really good things from people that played it. I've also heard really bad things from people that played it. So I'm excited to see what's going to go on.
Yeah. So they go from, they also have the 2v2 Gwen fight, which was also in all the betas. My favorite mode so far.
So good.
And they have the fan favorite 6v6, 10v6 modes of play as well. So it looks like they're kind of covering all fronts of players and what players would want to do. From the really competitive 2v2 to the more open Battlefield 64-player matches.
I mean, if there's no Battlefield coming out this year, might as well dump that 64-person mode. I've seen reports that they even would love to get it up to 100-player matches from the 64, which I think would be crazy. That sounds pretty awesome, though. Sounds like we get a lot.
We're gonna do a battle royale. They've
got it. They've got the
100 v.
structure for 100. 100 v 100.
100 v 100. Jesus, imagine the
boy
lag.
games.
Oh my god, I can't even. No, that'll be good. I mean, like that. It sounds like Call of Duty is gonna be dope. It's got everything we want. Like, I mean, the campaign, the co-op, like Spec Ops is back, but it's something totally. It's like it got its own story mode now, right? Like it's.
This is like the first Call of Duty I've ever like thought about purchasing.
Hey, see, that's something. That's something.
Which is like, that's something.
Yeah,
I am not their target audience whatsoever, and even I'm like, hey, this looks kind of tight.
I will say, it's the one that's got me the most excited in recent memory for sure. I haven't seen anything about it this week, barely. And like we scour gaming news, I've seen more about Outer Worlds being awesome than I have about Call of Duty being awesome. But you made a good point earlier today, Trex, that like usually Call of Duty reviews come out day of, and servers are just now going live and preloads are just now happening. Good for Outer Worlds. I just wanted to plug them because they're coming out the same day as Call of Duty. That's a first-person action RPG. Like, good for them to go ahead and get this early week press before they get squashed like Fallout 4 did. Like,
yeah, they're also a different demographic, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's overlap for sure, but not everyone's gonna be into first-person Call of Duty.
yeah,
so
for sure.
they'll pick up some stragglers, I believe. And I know I said, but
No. After you first.
no, go ahead.
Well, I was going to talk about how
insist.
Outer Worlds is also on Game Pass, right? Like it's like accessible. I want to talk about, apparently Game Pass has been a very good thing for Microsoft. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but they've said that people are like 40% more likely to buy something from their actual store because of Game Pass. So Game Pass players are playing 60% more genres and games and titles and things that they normally wouldn't be playing. They're playing 60% more games, which means they're playing the Game Pass games going, you know what? I thought that I was just a Call of Duty guy, but I really like Ori and the Blind Forest. What else is like that? And they'll go out, they'll buy Hollow Knight on the store, you know? Like, or I don't know if Hollow Knight's on there, but, you know, I don't, Game Pass has gotten so huge, I don't know what's on there anymore. But, yeah, they're noticing really good things, so expect that to still be a thing going forward. I think that's an important thing to say. Those numbers have come out recently, and I saw that this week. Thought it was worth mentioning. Sorry, we were talking about things. Yeah.
All good. I know I said that was my last segment, but I just remembered, like, in my head. So apart from that, they're gonna have the campaign. The campaign has been kind of getting mixed press, which is really exciting for me. I think we covered this a few episodes ago. It's going for a really gritty take on war. It's not going to be glorified. You're gonna kind of feel like tight. I know that you had something you wanted to bring up in relation to the campaign, Parker.
Oh yeah, well, so I read this in Forbes also. So Forbes has come out twice in the podcast because we're fancy. People are, so the good and bad press is both good and bad, right? It means a lot of people will be playing it. Just expect a lot of like uproar and like just expect a lot of news to come out about Call of Duty. Make your own decisions before you decide to play it. There have been concerns from people that haven't played it yet that know certain things about the game that perhaps children or minors will be caught in crossfires in games, so there are mature filters in the game supposedly to turn things like that off. It could potentially be very upsetting. So just know that going into the game. Like, I'm not trying to, like, multiplayer is dope. If you get it just for multiplayer, that's a thing. But know that it is definitely a not a game for children, I would say. I don't try to make, I worked at GameStop, I don't try to make those, like, decisions for people, but it does seem to be full of mature content, so people
can earn the M rating.
It is.
Yeah.
It's gonna earn it. It's not a joke. So this game is not a joke, is what I'm trying to get across, I guess.
Yeah, I believe I mentioned it when we first went over it, that one of the campaign missions that they had shown off for the preview event was, one of the examples was a mother is running towards a crib, and she's reaching into the crib, and she's like starting to pull out a bundle, and you have a split second to decide if she's pulling out a baby or if she's pulling out a gun and she's about to murk you.
Yeah. And
you have to make the choice to either kill her or not kill her, and no matter what you do, the mission goes on unless she pulls out a gun and kills you, of course.
You're dead.
If you kill civilians, the mission just continues. There's no penalization other than like you're getting yelled at. It's kind of like they're taking a more, I don't want to say realistic, because nothing can obviously be as real as actually being in war.
Yeah, God.
But they're putting a lot of pressure on the player to kind of make these snap second decisions, just like someone out in the forces would have to do.
Seems stressful, man.
It seems so stressful. Oh my god.
The game is also, fun fact, so it depicts things so realistically, I guess, that Sony is kind of nervous about presenting this game to Russia. So if you are Russian and listening to this podcast and you own a PS4, you will not be able to buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the PlayStation Store. That came out a couple hours ago. That they're nervous
Like
about
at all?
that. Yeah, because the whole campaign has to do with like the Russian occupation of this fake country in the Middle East, right? So they're worried about what it'll look like. You can still download it on Xbox and PC because they're not afraid of art, but you know, seems Sony's a little apprehensive because it portrays the Russians in some sort of light. So if it's that realistic, man, I don't know. This is an intense game. Like, this is a game.
It sounds pretty hog wild.
Yeah, hell of a way to end your console career, I would say, or your this
sure.
generation at least, not console career.
Console career.
Sony never
You're
made a
outta here.
console ever again.
Yeah.
But Jack, I know you're not a big multiplayer guy, but based on what you've heard and seen about the campaign so far, does that sway you in one direction or the other?
Yes.
Okay.
I would, so because of the but let me backtrack. Back in the PS3 day. No, it's like, so with the older games, like the campaign were never like a thing really. Like you'd play them and it's like nah. You like no, everyone was just like yeah, play it for the online like nah.
Yeah.
But this one has me very interested as like a whole experience. So I will I'd most likely buy it depending on if I have time to play it. Which will then, once I play that, will honestly probably lead me into playing the online multiplayer.
Just
Because I'm like, I have it, and since it's new, like all my other game buddies have it, so it's like, oh, like let's play. It's like, so I'd lead me into that, which will then like, I guess I'd be in the Call of Duty ecosystem
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the first time
Yeah.
ever.
Absolutely, you would be. Yeah.
If the bug bites me, that's the other
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
Well,
I mean, it has to deliver at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But it's like the fact that if I bought it, I'd buy it on PC, but then I could still play it with anybody.
Yeah.
It like that is also like pretty juicy still, that I'm like I can play on any console. That's just
It's intense.
very nice. Yeah, or in the future.
What were you gonna say,
boys.
Parker?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, when I got into this, when I got into Call of Duty, I got in Modern Warfare 1, like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare on the PS3, and I got it specifically for the campaign because I didn't know anything about online multiplayer. And then Modern Warfare 2 came out, and that's when I was like, oh, okay. And not that I didn't play multiplayer in Modern or COD 4, but yeah, no. I don't know. It's nice to have a campaign hook me first again, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's something that Black Ops 4 missed out on. Obviously, they scrapped the campaign for that game, and they just released it as a multiplayer.
And I still bought it.
But I mean, I've been saying kind of in my head and on Twitter and whoever will listen that this game, it's releasing with 3 modes, and honestly, I'm surprised Activision isn't charging 3 times for these 3 different modes, because what they've said about these different modes, they like sound like, and I hope this is the case, they sound like they've actually taken their time with it. They've, crafted something that they feel is actually presentable, which is something rare to see in gaming these days.
Oh, yeah.
Is, developers actually proud of the work they're doing and like eager to just get it out there. The last mode that we haven't really touched much on, and there hasn't been much information about it until lately, is the kind of Spec Ops mode, the co-op. Apparently it's going to be like a full-fledged, you can have you and 3 other buddies, and you're going to go through like big ass missions and big open areas, and you decide how you want to do it. You can do it tactically, you can do it guns blazing, you decide your play style. And it's like all the stuff that they're putting into this game, if this game isn't good, I am never buying a Call of Duty again. And you can put that on my resume or whatever that lasts forever. But
The permanent record.
because they're talking some big boy talk.
These are big dick
I'm
plays.
not talking to Activision is saying it,
No, that's what I'm
or
saying.
Infinity Ward.
Is they're talking big talk with just every. This should be the greatest Call of Duty. I'm not saying anything, but now that I'm saying it, we might as well put it in the thumb title or the title of like, is this the greatest Call of Duty? So we can get those clicks. But like, is it? Is that what they're kind of saying? Is like this is the grandest experience of like Call of Duty?
I think that, so they're working with a new engine, and I feel like the team there, like just having like the new engine, new ideas, a lot of new stuff, it kind of reinvigorated the passion behind wanting to put out a complete and good game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I that's what I hope it is. Obviously, the company could be saying whatever they want to say to sell copies of the game, and
Yeah.
for all we know, it's a big old cluster.
Don't say it.
clusterfuck.
Oh, that hurts my stomach.
But
You've
at the
gotten
same time,
pranked
if
by
they do
Activision
that,
again.
yeah, if they do that, they're like ruining their reputation, like to sell any other future game for like ever.
That's true.
So I don't see why they would do that.
No.
but God, I hope this game is good.
Especially for a money-making IP like this.
It's one of their only money makers
Yeah.
too. Like Call of Duty and World of Warcraft are Activision's two biggest things.
Yeah.
So they better this better be right.
And with that being said, do you guys have any final thoughts on Call of Duty?
I mean,
no.
if it's good, I'll buy my first Call of Duty ever. Bing.
Bing.
Damn.
But yeah, no,
I know I'm gonna get it. Damn, Parker's getting it.
I have to get it now. Yeah, I'm ready. My body is prepared.
So maybe we'll even have our first game review once this Call of Duty's settled in our stomachs a little bit.
That'd be hype.
And with that, you guys have made it to the end of the podcast. But before you go, giveaway time.
Woohoo!
Obviously, it's COD week. We record on Tuesday. We're anticipating this episode to go live on Thursday morning, so you're gonna have like a quick giveaway turnaround. All you have to do is like the video, share the video on Twitter, tag me in your shared post. You'll find my Twitter information over
Be
there
around.
somewhere. Tag me in your Twitter. I'll enter you into the giveaway. I'm gonna do the giveaway drawing live on my stream Friday morning. I'm gonna say 9 o'clock PST. I'm gonna do the drawing then. Whoever wins, I'm just gonna give you $60. You can buy it on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, or you can go buy a porno for all I care. But the money, the money
You
is
hear
meant
that,
to buy
kids?
Call of Duty.
Can
If
I
you
enter
already
this?
Yeah, if you already bought Call of Duty and you already pre-ordered or whatever, just consider the $60 me paying you back for buying Call of Duty. So I bought you Call of Duty. That'll be the giveaway. I'm gonna post information on Twitter. Tag me in your shares, and yeah, I hope good luck to all of you.
Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching.
GG gamers.
And with that, squad chat out.
Out.
Bye.
Bye.